My beloved, pause for a moment, breathe, feel the quiet space around you, even if the world is loud. Even if your thoughts are restless, even if your heart has been carrying more than it shows. You did not find these words by chance. This moment was written into your path long before you realized you would need it. There is a reason your eyes are here. There is a reason your spirit feels slightly stirred, slightly aware that something meaningful is unfolding. I am speaking to you, precious soul. Not to the crowd, not to the masses, to you. You who have been strong for so long. You who have sensed that something around your home, around your space, around your life has shifted. You who have felt a quiet urgency rising like a whisper in the night. This is the urgent message of Archangel Michael, not to frighten you, but to awaken you gently. Danger is near your home, but understand this clearly. It is not here to destroy you. It is here to reveal what must no longer remain hidden. Stay with this message. You are seen. You are known. You are protected. And this is your moment of awareness. My beloved, before anything shifts outwardly, it always whispers inwardly. Long before a storm is visible on the horizon, the air changes. The wind feels different. The birds grow quiet. There is a subtle knowing that something is moving. You have felt that shift, perhaps not in dramatic ways, perhaps not in ways you could easily explain. But it has been there. A faint restlessness, a slight tension in your chest, a feeling that your home, your space, your atmosphere is carrying something unspoken. You may have brushed it aside. You may have told yourself you were imagining it. But your spirit does not imagine, it perceives. Have you noticed small disruptions lately? Minor misunderstandings that feel heavier than they should, a sense of clutter that suddenly feels suffocating, fatigue that lingers even after rest. A desire to open windows, to move things around, to clear space without fully knowing why. These are not random impulses. They are inner signals. Your intuition is exquisitely sensitive to imbalance. It senses emotional residue in a room. It notices when harmony has been replaced by quiet tension. It recognizes when your environment no longer fully supports the person you are becoming. And instead of alarming you, it nudges you. Softly. Repeatedly. You might have experienced vivid dreams. Or woken in the night with thoughts that feel urgent, but unclear. You might have caught yourself pausing in a room, sensing something intangible yet present. You might have felt unusually reflective, drawn inward, aware that something is asking for attention. This is how awareness begins. Not with fear, with subtle invitation. Sometimes the signs show up through your body. A heaviness in your shoulders when certain topics arise. A tightening in your stomach when certain patterns repeat. A deep exhale when you imagine change. Your body carries wisdom your mind often overlooks. It does not shout. It signals. And precious soul, you have been receiving those signals. There may also be moments where you felt unusually protective of your peace. A sudden unwillingness to tolerate negativity, a quiet firmness rising within you that says, "This does not feel right anymore." That firmness is growth. When your spirit matures, it becomes less tolerant of misalignment. What once felt manageable now feels draining. What once felt normal now feels unsettled. This is not instability, it is awakening discernment. The danger near your home is not a dramatic force waiting in shadows, it is subtle misalignment accumulating quietly. It is old emotional patterns lingering too long. It is unspoken words creating invisible weight. It is energy that has not been cleared, asking gently to be acknowledged. And you sensed it. That is why you are here. Your awareness has been sharpening. Your sensitivity has been increasing. Your intuition has been stepping forward, asking you to trust it more fully. Do not dismiss these inner signs. They are gifts. They are protective. They are loving. They are guiding you toward correction before discomfort grows. You are not being warned to panic. You are being invited to pay attention. Notice what feels heavy. Notice what feels light. Notice where your peace feels strongest and where it feels fragile. This noticing alone is powerful. Because when you become aware, you regain authority, and you, my dear one, are stepping into deeper awareness now. The whispers you have felt were never meant to disturb you, they were meant to prepare you, to ready your heart, to open your eyes, to gently say, "It is time to realign." And the beautiful truth is this: you heard them. You are listening, and that is the beginning of transformation. Precious soul, there is more happening around you than your eyes can see. While you have been moving through ordinary days, preparing meals, answering messages, resting in your familiar rooms, unseen alignments have been quietly unfolding. Threads have been weaving together behind the scenes of your life. Subtle rearrangements have been taking place in ways too intricate for the mind to track. Nothing about this season is accidental. Every delay that once frustrated you carried intention. Every closed door that confused you held protection within it. Every redirection that felt inconvenient was gently steering you away from something that no longer matched your future. You may have wondered, why is this taking so long? Or, why does everything feel like it's shifting at once? It prepares. There were parts of you that needed strengthening before the next chapter could open. Your patience was being refined. Your discernment was being sharpened. Your awareness was being heightened. The very sensitivity that allowed you to sense subtle changes near your home is the result of this preparation. You have been growing in ways you did not fully recognize. And as you grew, the environment around you began adjusting to keep pace. Think of it like this: when a foundation deepens, the structure above must recalibrate. When roots grow stronger, the soil around them shifts. When a new season approaches, the air changes before the first visible sign appears. You are in that invisible stage. The hidden movement. The quiet rearrangement before visible transformation. Some of the tension you feel is not danger. It is realignment. Old patterns are losing their stability because they cannot stand under the weight of who you are becoming. Familiar routines feel uncomfortable because your spirit is stretching beyond them. Conversations that once felt simple now feel layered because you are perceiving more than before. Your perception has expanded. And with expanded perception comes heightened awareness of what no longer fits. This is not random discomfort. It is destiny making room. Every prayer you whispered in moments of exhaustion was heard. Every time you asked for clarity, guidance began organizing itself around you. Every time you said, "I am ready for something better," unseen forces began clearing pathways. But preparation often feels like disruption before it feels like blessing. When furniture is rearranged, there is temporary disorder. When a garden is replanted, soil is turned unsettled. When walls are repainted, the old color must first be covered. You are in the covering over stage. The alignment stage. The invisible recalibration stage. Do not mistake this movement for instability. It is stabilization at a higher level. You are being positioned for greater peace, deeper clarity, and stronger grounding. And positioning requires adjustment. There may be relationships subtly shifting. There may be opportunities approaching quietly. There may be inner revelations forming that will soon become undeniable. Trust that what feels uncertain now is part of precise orchestration. You are not drifting, you are being guided. The hidden movement of destiny is gentle but exact. It does not waste your experiences. It does not overlook your growth. It does not abandon your requests for something better. It simply prepares you thoroughly before unveiling what comes next. And when the visible shift arrives, when clarity settles, and your home feels lighter, you will look back and realize that everything happening now was necessary. Necessary to strengthen you, necessary to refine you, necessary to align you with what has been waiting just beyond your awareness. Stay steady. The unseen is working in your favor, and what is aligning around you now carries more blessing than you can yet imagine. My dear one, this is the moment where everything gently pivots, not loudly, not dramatically, but deeply. You are standing at a threshold, even if no one else can see it. Even if your daily routine looks the same. Even if the furniture has not moved and the conversations sound familiar. Inside you, something has shifted, and now a choice is before you. Will you return to what feels comfortable, even though you know it no longer fits, or will you lean into growth, even though growth asks for courage? Comfort can be subtle. It can disguise itself as peace. It can whisper, "Stay here. It's fine. Don't make waves." But deep down, you know the difference between comfort and alignment. Comfort soothes the surface. Alignment satisfies the soul. There are areas in your home, emotional, relational, energetic, where you have sensed misalignment. Small tensions that repeat. Patterns that quietly exhaust you. Words you have swallowed to keep harmony. Needs you have minimized so others would not feel unsettled. And now your spirit is asking, gently but firmly, how much longer will you ignore what you already know? This is not about conflict. This is about congruence. It is about your outer world reflecting your inner truth. You may feel the pull to rearrange your environment, to change routines, to speak honestly, to set boundaries that feel unfamiliar but necessary. You may feel the nudge to address what has lingered unresolved. That nudge is sacred. Delaying it will not make it disappear. It will only make the inner tension louder. Not because something terrible will happen, but because your soul has matured beyond avoidance. Avoidance once protected you. It kept things stable, it prevented disruption, but you are no longer meant for survival-based living. You are meant for intentional living. And intentional living requires decision. There may be a part of you that fears what change will bring. What if others misunderstand? What if peace feels temporarily disturbed? What if stepping forward creates distance where there was once familiarity? These fears are natural, but ask yourself gently, is the current silence truly peace, or is it suppression wearing the mask of calm? True peace does not require you to shrink. True peace does not ask you to ignore your intuition. True peace expands with honesty. You are at a turning point because you are ready. If you were not ready, you would not feel this internal stirring. If you were not prepared, the choice would not be clear enough to sense. Growth is calling you forward. It does not demand perfection. It does not demand immediate transformation. It simply asks for your willingness. Willingness to look at what needs attention. Willingness to release what feels heavy. Willingness to say, "This no longer aligns with who I am becoming." Every time you choose alignment over comfort, you strengthen your foundation. Every time you act from clarity rather than fear, you reshape your environment into something healthier, calmer, more authentic. This turning point is not a threat. It is an invitation. An invitation to step fully into the next version of yourself. Do not rush it, but do not ignore it. Stand still for a moment. Listen inward. Notice where your body tightens when you imagine staying the same. Notice where your chest softens when you imagine making the necessary shift. Your body already knows the answer. You are not being pushed into chaos. You are being guided into congruence. And when you choose growth, even gently, even imperfectly, the path ahead becomes clearer with every step. This is your moment of quiet courage. Take it, not with fear, but with steady, faithful resolve. Precious soul, come closer now. This is the sacred work. This is the quiet transformation that changes everything. Releasing the old is not dramatic, it is not loud, it does not require you to break everything apart overnight. It begins softly, within you. There are pieces of your life that once protected you, habits that once helped you survive, mindsets that once kept you safe, relationships that once felt like shelter. You needed them at one time. Honor that. Do not shame yourself for who you had to be in order to endure. But survival is not the same as alignment. And you are no longer merely surviving. You have grown. Your awareness has deepened. Your standards have risen, even if you have not spoken them out loud. Yet parts of your environment still reflect the older version of you. The one who tolerated more than necessary, the one who kept silent to avoid conflict, the one who doubted their own intuition. Look gently around your life. Are there conversations you have postponed because they felt uncomfortable? Are there emotional patterns that repeat inside your home? Tension, distance, unspoken resentment that you have quietly accepted as just the way things are? My dear one, they do not have to remain. Releasing the old may mean clearing physical space. Objects carry memory. Rooms absorb emotion. Clutter holds stagnant energy. When you open a window, when you reorganize, when you remove what no longer serves, you are not just cleaning, you are declaring. You are saying, I am ready for renewal. But release also moves deeper than physical space. It may mean letting go of the identity that says, I must carry everything alone. It may mean releasing the belief that peace requires your silence. It may mean loosening your grip on control and trusting that not everything must be managed by force. There may be relationships in your life that have subtly shifted, not necessarily ending, but changing. Dynamics that once felt balanced may now feel heavy. If something feels consistently draining within your home, that is not a sign to panic. It is a sign to adjust. You are allowed to evolve, and when you evolve, your surroundings must evolve too. This is not loss. It is preparation. When a tree sheds its leaves, it does not mourn each one. It understands that release creates space for renewal. When the tide pulls back, it is not abandoning the shore. It is preparing for a stronger return. You are in a season of sacred shedding. Some habits will fall away because they no longer resonate with who you are becoming. Some conversations will finally be spoken because silence has grown too heavy. Some emotional ties will soften because they have served their purpose. And in their place, space will open. Space for clarity. Space for healthier patterns. Space for new peace to settle inside your home like fresh air after a long storm. Do not fear the emptiness that may briefly follow release. Emptiness is not absence, it is potential. When you clear a room, it may feel unfamiliar at first, but that unfamiliarity is possibility breathing for the first time. Hold this in your heart, precious soul. Nothing meant for your highest good will leave without making room for something greater. You are not dismantling your life, you are refining it. The danger was never destruction. It was stagnation asking to be moved. And now, with gentle courage, you are moving it. As you release, Do so with gratitude. Thank what once supported you. Bless what once sustained you. Then let it go with grace, because you are stepping into a version of yourself that requires lighter rooms, clearer air, and stronger boundaries. And your home, both within and around you, is ready to rise with you. My beloved, let your shoulders soften now. You have felt the stirring, you have sensed the shift, you have recognized what must be released. And now, before your mind begins to race ahead, hear this clearly in the deepest part of your being. You are protected, not in a way that removes all challenge, not in a way that keeps you from growth, but in a way that ensures nothing enters your life without purpose, and nothing remains without permission from your higher becoming. There is a presence of steady guardianship around you. Calm, watchful, unwavering. It does not panic when you panic. It does not waver when you doubt. It remains constant. Even when you forget, you are being guided. Think back to moments when something almost went wrong, but didn't. When a delay frustrated you, but later made sense. When a door closed, only to reveal a better path you could not have seen at the time. That was not coincidence. That was protection woven quietly into your story. The urgency you feel now is not a threat pressing against you. It is guidance tapping gently on your awareness. It is your inner wisdom rising to say, adjust here, realign there, strengthen this. Your intuition is not random emotion. It is refined perception. It is the quiet voice that speaks before logic catches up. The subtle feeling in your chest when something is right. The tightening in your stomach when something is off. The sudden calm that settles when you make the correct choice. This inner knowing is one of your greatest forms of protection. Trust it. If you feel called to cleanse your space, do it. If you feel nudged to check in on someone, follow through. If you sense that rest is needed, honor it. If you feel that a boundary must be strengthened, stand firm with grace. These small obediences to your intuition create large shifts in your life. You are not walking through uncertainty alone. You are walking with awareness, and awareness changes everything. Protection does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like clarity arriving at just the right time. Sometimes it feels like an unexpected wave of peace in the middle of tension. Sometimes it is simply the courage to say, no more, when you once would have stayed silent. Your home, too, is being held in this field of guidance. As you shift internally, the energy around you responds. Rooms feel lighter. Conversations become clearer. The atmosphere changes. You may even notice subtle confirmations, meaningful dreams, repeated symbols, unexpected reassurance in ordinary moments. These are gentle reminders that you are supported. But remember this, precious soul, protection is not meant to make you passive. It is meant to empower you. You are not being carried helplessly. You are being strengthened. The presence around you does not remove your responsibility, it enhances your discernment. It sharpens your awareness, so you can act wisely. It steadies your heart so you can move without fear. You are allowed to feel safe while still making changes. You are allowed to trust while still being vigilant. And you are allowed to move forward without anxiety gripping your spirit. Let this truth settle into you now. Nothing approaches your life that you are not equipped to handle. You have inner resources you have barely begun to recognize. You have resilience forged from past challenges. You have wisdom gained from mistakes and lessons learned in silence. And above all, you have a guiding presence that does not abandon you in moments of transition. So breathe. Feel the steadiness beneath your feet. Feel the quiet strength within your chest. Feel the calm awareness settling over your home like a protective light. You are not exposed. You are not unguarded. You are watched over, guided, and deeply supported as you step into this new alignment. Walk forward with trust. The path ahead is clearer than you think. Precious soul, now we arrive at the heart of this message, the awakening of who you truly are. For too long, you have underestimated your own becoming. You have looked at your life through the lens of what is unfinished, what still needs healing, what still feels uncertain. You have measured yourself by what you have not yet accomplished, rather than by the strength it took to stand where you are today. But something within you is rising. Can you feel it? It is subtle, but undeniable. A quiet refusal to shrink any longer. A gentle but firm awareness that you cannot continue playing small inside your own life. A knowing that your home, your environment, your relationships must begin to reflect the truth of who you are becoming. You are not the same person you were even a year ago. The challenges you survived changed you. The disappointments refined you. The waiting seasons deepened you. Every moment that felt like delay was building endurance. Every tear that fell in private was strengthening your inner foundation. Every time you chose patience over reaction, growth over impulse, you were becoming more aligned with your true identity. You are not fragile. You are forged. The urgency that stirred this message was not a signal of weakness. It was evidence of awakening power. Only someone who is becoming more aware can sense subtle shifts. Only someone who is growing can recognize when their surroundings no longer match their expansion. This is not about danger overpowering you. This is about you outgrowing limitation. There is a version of you emerging, more confident, more discerning, more peaceful, more grounded. This version of you does not tolerate chaos disguised as normal. This version of you does not ignore intuition for the sake of comfort. This version of you understands that peace is not accidental, it is cultivated, and you are cultivating it. Look at the resilience inside you. You have endured uncertainty. You have faced emotional storms. You have carried responsibilities that no one else fully saw. And still, you are here. Still, you are seeking clarity. Still, you are willing to evolve. That is strength beyond measure. Your home will begin to mirror your awakening. As you claim your worth internally, your external world reorganizes. As you decide that calm is your standard, tension loses its grip. As you believe that you deserve alignment, misalignment becomes impossible to ignore. You are stepping into authority over your own space. Not control born from fear, but authority born from self-knowledge. You no longer need to ask permission to grow. You no longer need to apologize for protecting your peace. You no longer need to dim your awareness to make others comfortable. This is identity awakening. It is not loud, it is not boastful, it is steady. It is the calm confidence of someone who knows they are guided, the grounded strength of someone who trusts their inner voice, the quiet power of someone who understands their environment must reflect their evolution. You are not reacting to life anymore. You are shaping it. And nothing that approaches your home, your space, or your future can override the clarity that is forming within you. You are becoming someone who moves with intention. Someone who listens deeply. Someone who chooses alignment over habit. This is your rise, not dramatic, not chaotic, but deeply rooted. And as you continue forward, you will notice something beautiful. What once intimidated you now simply informs you. What once unsettled you now strengthens your resolve. What once felt threatening now feels like a signal guiding you toward refinement. You are not at the mercy of change. You are the one changing. And that changes everything. My beloved, rest here with me for a moment longer. Let everything you have just received settle softly into your spirit. There is no rush now. The urgency that called your attention has done its work. What remains is clarity. What remains is calm strength. Feel your breath. Feel the quiet steadiness in your chest. You are not leaving this message the same as you entered it. Something within you has aligned. The idea that danger was near your home was never meant to create fear. It was meant to awaken awareness. And awareness, when embraced with courage, becomes peace. You see more clearly now. You understand that what felt heavy was simply asking to be transformed. What felt unsettling was inviting you to participate in your own elevation. What felt urgent was guiding you toward intentional living, and you have responded. That matters more than you realize. Precious soul, carry this forward gently. Walk through your home with new presence. Let your hands touch the walls with gratitude. Let your footsteps be intentional. Let your words spoken in that space carry clarity and kindness. Your home is not just a structure. It is an extension of your inner world. As you remain grounded, it will feel grounded. As you remain peaceful, it will feel peaceful. As you remain aligned, it will reflect alignment. You do not need to force anything. You do not need dramatic gestures. Small, consistent awareness is powerful. A single honest conversation can shift an atmosphere. A moment of intentional quiet can reset an entire room. A boundary spoken calmly can restore balance. Trust in simple acts of courage. Trust in steady movement forward. If doubt tries to whisper again, return to what you felt here. That calm certainty that you are guided. That gentle confidence that you are capable. That quiet strength reminding you that nothing arrives before you are ready. Hold this in your heart. You are not navigating your life blindly. You are walking with discernment. You are stepping with intention. You are growing into deeper stability. Let faith replace overthinking. Let trust soften anxiety. Let courage move you forward without haste. You do not need to predict every outcome. You do not need to anticipate every shift. Your role is simply to stay aware, stay honest with yourself, and continue choosing alignment. And when moments feel uncertain again, because growth is a journey, remember this truth. You are never without guidance. You are never without inner wisdom. You are never without strength. Place your hand over your heart for a moment. Feel it beating. That rhythm is life affirming your presence. It is proof that you are here for a reason. It is a steady reminder that you are supported in ways both seen and unseen. I leave you now not with warning, but with blessing. May your home be filled with clarity. May your space feel lighter with every conscious choice you make. May your words carry power. May your boundaries bring peace. May your awareness remain sharp, yet your spirit remain gentle. Walk forward knowing you are safe. Walk forward knowing you are chosen for growth. Walk forward knowing that what approaches your life bends in response to the strength within you. Stay with this knowing, receive it fully, and step into your days with quiet confidence. Precious soul, for peace is not chasing you. It is already settling where you stand.